This is my 180th night in Rome. For a world newborn, 180 days are long enough to bear witness to the vicissitudes of families and the rise and fall of the citizenry. It is also long enough for me to see the day when my virtue and glory consummate, and my peaceful retirement arrive. I am fatigued. The pettiness of worldly affairs has worn me out, and endless strife has rendered me weary. I have now found a fitting heir who is young and bustling and will carry on with my vision to the end of the known world. As for me, I will roam along the Latium coast for the long days to come, until Senatus Populis Romanus, the Senate and the Roman people shall summon me back into the sacred walls of the Rome.
Hello, I am the founder of CIVITAS, John Chen. Although CIVITAS, an online classical society simulation, is still in alpha testing, we have seen more than 230 engaging days with more than 5,000 active citizens of this world. We are devoted to making CIVITAS a place of unbounded possibilities, a system that accommodates the infinite facets and profound complexity of society and humanity, just as you have seen in the parting words of the Roman citizen. To achieve this, we need an economic model that is simple yet pregnant with possibilities. On this point, the city of Chang'an, the capital of Han Empire, could be very informative.
From the legendary times of the Asians, I have experienced every transformation in this Oriental society. With the abundant resources of the ancient times in our own laboring hands, we have built a prospering city from outer Venice and shaped the unique social, economic, and cultural forms of Chang'an. Population has more than once doubled. Many times the cost of living rose and fell. In public speeches and newspapers, oligarchical monopolies daily assail prototypical communes, yet the latter also attack no less ferociously. The conflict between interests has not seen one day of rest. Today, I have lost all that I had ever owned, and my only company is but a little study and a few friends of old. The flowers of peony will again blossom when I shall return, my sojourning friends, to taste my fresh brew or fresh wine.
Due to disparity in natural conditions and the cultural environment, conspicuous diversity can already be seen in different economic entities that have been isolated from each other from early on. That is what we have been thrilled to see. We define labor and transaction as two fundamental economic concepts, and the economic models and behaviors have subsequently gone beyond the boundary of natural economy. The prototype of the banking industry is already in use, and the flows of goods between different regions is ready to commence. We are indeed re-witnessing the history of human economic development. The incessantly emerging groups of pioneers best testify to the economic vitality of CIVITAS.
It was only 30 days ago when I arrived in Shujun with my family. For me and my companions, migration meant infinite hope as well as cruel competition. In a short span of a month, I have experienced the madness during land acquisition, seen the departure of those who came with dreams, and also welcomed the new generations to bring fresh vitality to the city. My memory of old Chang'an is beginning to fade. One day, perchance, I will grow old in this city, listening to all its agitations. I know this is the heavenly land that I love, a place that I have helped build with my very hands. She has never lost her luster on account of anyone's departure, but your arrival will definitely add to her glory.
Colonization was one of the major themes of the classical times. The bond between the mother cities and colonies tends to be a subject of strong interest to the readers of history, as it only stipulates the existence of man and his needs, as well as a series of abstract actions. Although the story told by the pioneers of Shu Prefecture happened in the East, it might still prove enlightening to our participants worldwide. But this is only one set of CIVITAS. All we are dedicated to create is a space of freedom, one that not only has a simple yet exhaustive economic model, but also flourishes with lively social relations and activities, which will even extend into the field of politics and military. Athens is quite a nice example.
It has been 90 days since I took over the publishing house. As one who daily records all that comes to pass in Athens, I observe the city with fastidious care. I find in all vicissitudes, our Athenian citizens have never lost hope. Always, there are inspiring lectures in the Agora. Always, there are charitable acts in the marketplace. Darkness and suffering once loomed over us, but Athens has struggled her way out of it all. Slowly, but with perseverance, to this day of great prosperity. Oh, Athenian citizens, do you still gather in the Agora, gazing at the growth of our city? Have you fought for Athens, or still fighting? Do you still love this city, just as I, just as in the days gone by?
For most of our inhabitants, in addition to material wealth, a fulfilling cultural life proves at least equally important. And we have worked on this aspect of CIVITAS considerably. Through speeches in the form, speaking, writing, and publications, you can find your place or niche in any CIVITAS society. Right now, our regions have groups of journalists, scholars, and writers who start to shape the characters of different societies as cultural activities accumulate. Luoyang, a city adjacent to Chang'an and with which it has sprung from the same cultural roots, is starting to take on traits that pose stark contrast with the latter.
Men from alien towns asked me, where is Luoyang? It is nowhere recorded in our archives. I cannot but be speechless. Yes, Luoyang is the heartland of the world, but it is also the easternmost point of the known world. Every city has a facet of greatness, but Luoyang only remains in obscurity. Days after days, we see palaces erected and crumble in other towns, but not in our town. The city of Luoyang stands immovable from the legendary age up till today, for 800 years. Such a city of tranquility as she is, how would we ever think of leaving her? Just listen to the ode to her, sounding from afar. If thou shalt ask of the vicissitudes of ages, look east, though nowhere save for the Luoyang city.
Luoyang is a lonely city. If you look down upon our world under the cover of night, you can only see lights as sparse and weak. That is to say, every city is equally lonely. Through connections of trade routes, we are gradually weaving dots of lights into a net. Merchants travel from city to city, pioneers advance into unknown lands. The show of classical society simulation is starting to unfold. We will end with a city that Alexander himself erected, as the end of both our intellectual and emotional journey.
When I walked onto the deck, exhausted, and looked out into the distance, what now is a bustling port was only a peaceful shore. The frigid ocean breeze was haunting my exposed cheeks, and a beam of light from the beacon was piercing through the fog before dawn. This will be the city I love, I thought to myself, when I finished paving the last flight of stairs and admired my fresh walk. The local magistrate was describing to me the blueprint of our municipality with great excitement. I smelled the sweet odor of barley and hoop. Before the grand library, readers line up into a spectacular procession. In the city forum, our first law was in a very heat of debate. That perhaps was the smell of culture and democracy. One day perchance, I will set sail in a world again, but there will never be a city such as this one that fills me with excitement and great expectation, just as when I faced Pharaohs for the first time.
Back to more than 230 days before, when I wrote down the first line of code, this world was still in boundless wilderness. I would like to take this chance to sincerely thank my team of volunteers. Building an online society simulation has been a dream of mine ever since I was a child, and is one of the dreams of my volunteers as well. Therefore, they have been perseveringly contributing to this project, even though I have not been able to return their enormous favor with payment. But now, it is different. We wish that we can provide you and those who are interested in this project worldwide with the CIVITAS experience that many, including my volunteers, have enjoyed. That's why we need you. You can donate to CIVITAS at any amount you like, no matter it is $1, not $100, or you can simply join us in CIVITAS, an online society simulation that is pure, open, and full of possibilities.